Wow. Evelyn, Olivia, and I are going to find out how's the hike on the West Coast Trail. But first,
a 4-hour bus ride.
What do you think of that bus ride?
Not as bad as you thought.
Not as bad as you thought. That's funny. I thought it was worse than last year, but
No, see,
oh,
we rode the school bus.
so glad it's over.
Hi, it's Evelyn. Before we begin, I just want to say, to kind of give some context to our hike, this is the lands of the Howe, the Dididot, and the Pachidot First Nations groups. This land does not belong to us. It is a privilege to be able to go and experience their natural wildlife and landscape, and it is a gift that we're able to walk on it, so we just wanted to acknowledge that before we begin, but let's get going.
Just like last year when I was out here solo, caught the tides, and we can do the little beach walk to start the hike instead of the trailhead, which is always a privilege. Although if you watched last year's video when I was out here alone, it looks quite different today because it's not raining. Haha.
See, we do. We bring such good luck.
Yeah.
No, well, okay, my record is broken. Olivia brings such good luck. I bring the good weather, kids.
Okay, so we're gonna note that on day one that we're gonna have good weather, and if you stick with us throughout the entire hike, I guess we'll see if that holds. But for now, that way.
Yeah.
As always on the West Coast Trail, if you're on the beach and you need to get off, look for the buoys. With almost 100% of the time, they will lead you off the beach. Run.
That's so fantastic. It's so cute.
Just to give you an idea of the size of the tree, that's amazing.
I'm about 5'4". You wish. You're 5'2". Someone was having too much fun.
You get the feeling, girls, that you're being watched? Ooh. Pachina Point light station, a must-see on the West Coast Trail. Just a gorgeous spot.
What day is it today?
June the 10th. Girls are signing in. Beautiful garden. If you watched the video from last year, showed you around, I'll show you around again. A lot more lush. A month later, I was here May 9th, I think, last year, and today it's June the 10th. Lots of diesel, which kind of runs the place. But just a gorgeous spot. National Heritage Site now. Reminds me of the old show MASH with the signs. Whew. Let's see what else we got over here. Yeah. sit here all day, couldn't you? Coming into Michigan. Yes, sir. We were planning to go to Darling this evening because this one is usually just packed. Bear boxes get full, all that kind of stuff. And I wanted to bring our 2-person and 3-person tent and split us up just to get better spots on the beach. But the girls vetoed that because they don't want to be alone in the tent, which is fine. So we have our giant behemoth 4-person tent that we now have to find space for. So if there's no room at the inn, we'll have to keep going. Also going to check these bear boxes and well, let's see what happens. Little pan around Michigan. I'm glad we stopped here tonight because when I was out last May, I went right to Darling and walked through here. A really nice spot. The girls were seeing whales out here a little while ago, thanks to a couple that told us they were out there. So we looked for them, and there's
just literally my dream.
Yeah, Olivia's dream to see whales on this hike. It's the only reason she came.
Well, literally the only reason I came, except for Father's Day. That was.
Well, gee, thanks. That's next week.
Yes.
Yeah, and so these folks, there's folks behind our tent. I'm just going to pan this way. Folks behind us let us tuck in here. It was very, very kind of them. So I want to thank them for that.
They also know who we are. That's exciting.
Anyway, I guess they watched my video from last year on the, I guess you find it exciting. I just think it's cool to help people plan their trip. Anyway, but you can see if I just sneak over here a little bit. You can see how it gets filled up here with folks, right?
It's packed, yeah.
It's packed.
And the other people from orientation haven't even gotten here.
Correct. The people that are coming through from orientation haven't even got here yet. So
and it's 6:30.
Anyway, yeah. So, yeah, always nice to meet people that appreciate our videos. That's really cool. We just do them for ourselves, for fun, really.
Yeah, really.
But it's always nice to...
And, of course, to help you guys.
Well, we like helping. It's great to show trails. So, anyway, we're going to get some supper going here soon and just relax. I mean...
Play some crib.
Look at this.
It's beautiful and it smells really good.
Yeah,
it
gorgeous.
It smells like the ocean.
Yeah, it smells like the ocean. So, a really great day one. We'll wrap it up in a little bit. Livia's having the usual chicken fried rice. I'm having Italian-style pepper steak. And Evelyn, who's now a vegetarian, is having, what is that? Spaghetti and tomato sauce. So, quick little story. Last year on the Sawback circuit, after we did Brazeau and Sawback, Evelyn said, you know, Dad, I'd like to try to be vegetarian. And I said, well...
Don't say it.
Okay. I'm just going to spin this around so you all can see my face. I said, it's okay, you can be vegetarian if it doesn't cost me any money or cause me any more work. Liv, how's that been going for me? Exactly.
Now I'm a year in.
Exactly.
You know, the last meal I actually had with meat in it was what Olivia's eating right now on the Sawback circuit.
It's the worst last meal.
No, I like it. It's not my last meal. I didn't die.
Oh, you're not living.
Anyway, dinner at Michigan, and then I'm gonna just chill and enjoy this beautiful view.
Grandeur.
Yeah. All right, that's a wrap on day one. 12 kilometers from the trailhead to Michigan after a long and bumpy bus ride.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it makes it for a long day, but I like having the car at the other end, you know, to finish up, which is kind of why I like going north to south all the time. It just makes it quicker and easier to get back into town.
Definitely.
And all that sort of stuff. So.
And it's the original route of the.
Yes, true. Yeah, it's the right direction. Correct.
Of the people that came and rescued the shipwrecks.
Yeah, the Dominion Life-Saving Trail. What you guys think, day one? Pretty easy up here, huh? Really?
Yeah. It's the easiest part, but it's still not easy. You know what I mean? Like,
no,
it's the easiest of the trail, but it's definitely still a hike.
Yeah.
You know.
So tomorrow we're off to Sault Falls, and we'll just have a nice evening here. And unfortunately, we've put our tent in a place where the wind's blowing the campfire toward us, and we've decided we think someone's burning kelp because of the very interesting driftwood odor. Yeah, no, it's okay. We like campfires too. It's just get the luck of the draw when you end up downwind. But anyway, looking forward to tomorrow in Sault Falls. So we'll see you then. Morning, day 2. Pretty good sleep. Not too chilly, just a really nice evening. And we're up and at 'em early. We're gonna hit some tides later in the day, so time to get rocking and rolling. But wow, what a view, huh? To wake up, ooh-wee, beautiful. So a little breakfast and pack it up and off to Shoutouts Falls. Should be a great day. Gorgeous, gorgeous morning as we head toward Darling River. Gonna try to hit the tides if we can. We actually have to hit one tide for sure at 2.7 meters to get to Shoutouts Falls later. I think we'll be all right. Tide's gonna start dropping here now. We might be able to take the beach from Darling to the next woods access. But look at that view this morning. Whoa, man alive. There's the old boiler. Landmark here from one of the bazillion shipwrecks along this coast.
This one was the Michigan.
This one was the Michigan, yeah. So we've come into Darling, and there's the infamous tree right there. I had breakfast under that tree, and my tent was right about there. It's different this year. Everything's been changed by the storms, but there was a mom and a cub right up in that branch just hanging out, and while I ate my breakfast under that tree in the rain. And then well, the girls keep making fun of me because of there's a cub. Oh my god, there's a cub, there's a cub, it's a female. But it's pretty crazy. And then the cub and the mom just came down and went off into the woods. So anyway, lovely spot. See, you gotta look in here when you're coming to these campsites. There's nice places to tuck in if you have a small tent, unlike ours. So we're gonna just take a little moment here, and Liv's gonna get her fleece off, and I think we're gonna head to the woods and get out of the sun. Cows Creek Patrol Cabin. This is First Nations Guardian Cabin. Ah, Rubber Ducky, you're the one.
Wow, look at that.
One of the old outhouses, and we're at Clenawa now. It's just a little while to go to Shoutouts Falls, and this is one of the newer outhouses, the composting type. They're actually quite nice, and the wood chips they use does a really great job of composting and kind of taking away the odor. So we're going to make use of this, filter some more water, have a little lunch break at the Clenawa River, and then just a short hop through the woods to Shoutouts Falls. And it's hot, we're ready. Beautiful little campsite at Clenawa. Hope I'm saying that right. You can camp out here on the beach. Cable car, but water is so low it has sandbarred over. So we are going to take the sandbar and rejoin the trail right over there. But yeah, if you are looking for an off the beaten path kind of campsite, this one would be one of them. It's really nice. Enjoyed it a lot.
Okay. If you step all the way to the end, yeah, on that one, on this one, then you can get to that one on this side.
Gorgeous. And we're just heading down there. You probably can't pick this out of video. Lots of people walking into Shoutouts Falls from the south, and we're about to head there from the north.
I'm literally like in shock. Like this is so pretty. Like you can see Washington.
Yep, there are cascades down that way.
I swear, if mermaids don't live here, I'm gonna be upset.
Well, there you go. We did see whales. We'll talk about that later. We were just talking about all these beautiful new boardwalks, and we've just heard a chainsaw and some hammering, which means the trail crew are out here building even more new boardwalks. We've also seen some new lumber drops too. So as we pass these guys, we'll show you what's going on.
Hello.
You guys are doing an awesome job. We really appreciate it. Yeah, high five. High five. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Because it's your birthday.
Yes.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness. Happy birthday. And you're out here.
Yeah.
Oh man, I don't know.
Yes. Hey man.
Thanks. Good to see you. Thanks, man. Really great job. Appreciate it all.
You're welcome.
Here's the bridge. Shoutouts Falls will be dropping off to our right, and we go over and hit the ladders. Already seen lots of people coming in from the south, as I showed you earlier, if you could see it. Always a very, very popular place.
Oh, that smells so good.
And there's a little shot of upstream toward Shoutouts Lake. And then right there, she drops over. We are excited to get to camp, right? Yes. Shoutouts Falls. Claimed a little fire pit area here, although we probably won't have a fire tonight. It's just way too hot. Of course, the falls are over up there. I will say they're very low this year compared to last year. Hasn't been much rain here, which is why we've had such an easy walk through the non-existent mud so far. Knock wood, of course. Lots of guys set up over there. This is where I was in here last year, just kind of tucked up in there. And of course, those are the ladders we came down. And if you're out here at Shoutouts Falls, outhouse is over there, and you start your day off walking a little ways down that way. We chose this spot in the middle here simply because the bear boxes are there, the falls are there, the outhouse is on the other side, and we have this incredible view and a breeze. I wanted to get out a little bit so we'd pick up a breeze past that point. So Shoutouts Falls. If you've been out here a bit or watched any other videos, you'll know that usually that's a full wall of water. A little light right now. There's Evelyn enjoying watching Olivia in the grotto.
I will be going in, just not. I said I will be going in, just not to stand in.
Gotcha.
Oh, here she comes.
By the way, I meant to mention earlier, we've been watching a pod of whales out here since we got into camp.
Well, we figured out what they were, Dad.
Have we figured out what they were?
Yeah, so we thought they were a pod of killer whales, but then Olivia took a picture when we were in the like welcome center. Olivia took a picture of all the whales, like the northern Pacific like mammals.
Right, sure.
And we figured out that it is a northern right whale.
Yeah, that's what I think it is too.
Yeah, we saw the tail. And usually on killer whales, the tails have white, but it was completely black.
Yeah.
And it was really large. I think there's like maybe a mother and a baby.
Yeah.
Because
we've seen several quick blowhole things going on.
yeah. So Google that up if you don't know what it
Northern
looks like.
right whale.
They're like a third of the size of a blue whale.
Yeah, they're big.
They're really big.
Yeah. Anyway, how was the swim? Good, because it's hot.
Oh, man, I was actually cold over there.
Good.
It's like the weirdest feeling. Clean my clothes anyway.
Well, that's a wrap on day 2. 13 kilometers to Shoutouts Falls. And just finishing up dinner. Olivia's eating something very, very spicy. So, moral of the story, menu selection is very important.
Does it have a spicy warning or a spicy warning?
Tomorrow...
That says Chana.
Chana masala. Tomorrow we're going to go to Cribs. That's the idea. 16 kilometers. It's a long day. If we get up early and make really good time, then maybe Carmona, but we'll see. I don't think the tide's going to be good to us again at Hole in the Wall, but we'll see kind of what's going on in the morning. So, girls, highlight of the day? Pretty simple.
The whales.
Yeah.
Whales.
Well,
Lots of whales.
yeah. We saw its
Yeah.
back tail and everything.
Yeah, it was pretty spectacular.
Sorry, did you mean to say the fluke?
I did mean to say the fluke.
See what I do all day?
Should have come solo.
Well, that's a wrap on day 2. We'll see you in the morning. Morning, day 3. 16 kilometers to Cribs. Although I've just been informed by the team in the tent there that they'd like to try to get to Carmona so they could do it in 4 nights like I did last year. Yeah, no. But Cribs is definitely where we got to get to today so we can have an easier time of it during the hard section at the end. So a little walk on the beach here and then back into the woods. I don't think the tides are going to be good for Hole in the Wall again this year, but that's just the way it goes. So across Knit Nat Narrows and yeah, maybe a little shave tonight. Looks like another hot day, and then it's supposed to cool down for the rest of the week, which would be nice because yesterday was probably 25 Celsius, which is a bit hot, especially walking on the beach. It's a bit warm, but way better than rain. En route, day 3. Down there, Hole in the Wall. And for the second year in a row, the tides are not favorable. A little early in the season, I guess. So we'll get down there close and have a look and head inland. That's pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, it's cool.
Nice. A shot of the trail. Helps to be tall here. Good luck. Wouldn't want to be in there if there was an earthquake.
Or tsunami.
There's a comfort camping site. You could build this into your itinerary.
Whoa. Wow.
Beautiful spot. You can see a tent there with bunks in it. If it was pouring rain and you had time and you'd want to kind of...
Hi.
Hello!
We're
It's
good.
really good. Perfect weather. Yes, that's the trail. We are almost to the ferry at Knit Nat Narrows because of these beautiful boardwalks. There's a little more of these on the other side too, which is just awesome because you can really book it, make up for some of the picking your way through. Not too muddy for us so far on this trip because there just hasn't been any rain. Happy birthday! Happy birthday! You get to buy everybody lunch then.
No.
Yeah, okay. Please eat it. Oh. Bunch of champions. High five.
Bye-bye.
We are lucky to be in the woods today. At least right now. It is roasting here today. Probably 25 Celsius. It was 23 forecast yesterday, and it's hotter today. Fortunately, weather says cool down's coming. Maybe down to 15 or 16 in the daytime, which would be much better than this. No, hey, listen, way better than rain.
That's true.
But it's hot. And it's hard to walk when it's this hot, especially on the beach. So we're super excited that we're here in this beautiful canopied forest with, looks like more than a kilometer of boardwalk. So this campsite used to be beautiful. Now no camping.
It said voluntary closure.
Yeah, it says voluntary on the 2012 sign, but they have a no camping sign, which means you should obey it. Just around there, beautiful campsite. And I was telling the girls that I remember being here the time I first hiked this back in the Stone Age. Woke up one night and there were probably 10 or 12 tents in sight at the campsite. And I saw a cougar prancing in the moonlight between all the tents.
They're restoring the dunes here.
Yeah, so now they're doing some work to restore the dunes. You can see 1930 versus 2007. So anyway, great spot here though for lunch.
Yeah, for sure.
We just walked on the beach for 30 seconds. There's no trail. So if you see here, if you're coming up Beach Access North, you're gonna see no trail right here. You're gonna walk out here and just kind of go around and then back up into the woods. We're heading south. So we've just done that little jaunt and now we're gonna continue this way for 2 kilometers to Cribs. Made our way onto the beach, heading toward Cribs. And as I thought, that's it for today. Liv's kind of tweaked her, I think her IT band on the right side, so last hour has been a bit slow for her because of the pain. Must be hereditary because Dad here has had IT band problems on certain trails too. And there's no fun. No fun at all. So, looks like a pretty busy night here, but we'll find a place to tuck in, get some water filtered, and enjoy our evening watching the sea lions out there on the haul-out rock, which I'll show you in a bit. The moon's already up. Fog bank out there obscuring Washington State.
There's some sea lions out there as well.
Yep, there's a sea lion colony out here with a haul-out rock that we'll see better tomorrow morning at low tide, just out here.
We will insert the actual name of what a sea lion group is called, because I don't think it's a colony.
Well, okay, fine. Right now, I'll put it on the screen.
Boom.
Gorgeous night. The temperature's now dropped. We've checked the weather on our Garmin InReach Explorer and it's supposed to drop 8 or 9 degrees Celsius in high temperature over the next few days. And we're very happy about that.
And it's going to rain the day we fly out of Vancouver.
Yeah, so, but you know, just a wicked hot. I know you're watching this going, oh please Stuart, don't complain. We've been out there in the rain. And I get it, but
we would rather have
because I
rain
have
at this
too.
point. We would rather have rain at this
But
point.
it's just been so
honestly,
hot.
25 and you're like, it's humid and there's no breeze.
Yeah. So we're just enjoying our dinner and gonna get our area organized. Sorry if that sun is blinding you. And then tomorrow morning we'll head down that way. Well, that's the end of day 3. It was a long one, almost 17-ish kilometers. According to Gaia GPS, it was almost 20, but Parks Canada said somewhere around 16 or 17, so we'll say 17 and call it a day. It was really hot. And but we did hear sea lions. They're out here.
Yes, they're out there.
And
can't see with the
Evelyn
cameras.
discovered an amazing thing at the outhouse.
It's really funny. So the outhouse is, you know, it's tall. And yeah, you always have to climb ladders for the outhouses. Yeah, there's ladders at the outhouses. And it looks right onto the beach. And so someone got a washed up buoy and carved in the words poo with a view onto the buoy and hung it up at the outhouse. So as you're the highlight of my trip. As you're climbing up the ladder, you just see the buoy. And as you're like going into the outhouse, it's just there. Someone took the time.
Poo with the view. That's day 3.
We'll see you guys tomorrow.
We'll see you in the morning. Morning, day 4. Good sleep last night. Fog rolled in, as you can see. This is a West Coast Trail morning. It's fog rolling in down there. It's nice, really pretty. A little change. We're pretty happy to see the fog this morning. It's been hot. So mostly beach walking for us today. About 11 kilometers down to Walbran, and mostly on the beach. Because of the tides, we have to zip into the woods for less than a kilometer, I'd say, and then back out onto the beach. So nice change of pace for us today, and a good day to be on the beach with this weather. A lot of people already up and early in Adam going northbound because they were trying to time the tide, which is coming in, should be high at about 10:41 this morning, which is why we have to zip into the woods for a short time. So off to Walbran. About 9 o'clock. We took a more leisurely kind of sleep-in morning after a big day yesterday, and partly because we need to time the tides. We've missed the tide to get around Carmana Point, so we'll have to go up in the woods and over. But then as the tide goes out, after about 10:40 this morning, we should be able to take the beach all the way to Walbran. And that was kind of the plan. This is pretty good walking along here, actually, so shouldn't be too hard on the legs. Impossible to see on video, but that's the sea lion haul-out rock. And as the tide comes in, they're hanging on as long as they can. These are close to shore. I honestly can't tell if these are seals or sea lions. Obviously the sea lion haul-out rock is out there. But these, whoa! I at first thought they were seals, but they're like surfing too. They're surfing these waves.
Oh, he's surfing!
Wow. Girls say that looks like my nose. Not my chin though. No. There's Carmana Point. We can see the cable going up to the lighthouse. That's passable, but not for us this morning, with the tide being at 2.8 meters. So, and we're an hour away from high tide, so we're not going to risk it. We're going to head in the woods over here, and then up and over onto the beach at Carmana, and then we should be good on the beach all day as the tide heads out. Hey, look.
We are halfway.
You guys want to go back to Bamfield?
No, I will actually. No.
We're at the Carmana Point light station. That's a little bit of a walk in there. Another pretty light station, which we'll let you see on your own, because if we did it for you,
If you're
well,
injured or need help.
what would be left for you? So,
But we just passed kilometer 44.
yep,
It's right
kilometer
there.
44 on our way to Walbran.
And eventually,
Port
yeah, we're
Renfrew.
gonna have a really great afternoon. Hopefully, build a fire, sing some more Kumbaya. Remember our food.
Yes,
Oh,
yes. Little plug there, shameless plug. Yeah. We've just ascended back to the beach. You can see the tide's pretty high, and over there was Chez Monique's. 26 odd years ago when I was out here for the first time. Monique was here herself cooking, and when I was here last May, her husband Peter was here with their daughter and her daughter, and had a lovely burger here. Unfortunately, just after that, Peter passed away, and now Chez Monique's is, well, it's closed, and that's quite sad. Quite a tradition here in the West Coast Trail. So we're actually going to head over there and sit on some of the wood and have a break. And as you can see, coming around here, Carmana, all these folks are walking because the Carmana campsite is just down there. So little break here at what was Chez Monique's, and we'll keep going to Walbrand. We've made it to Carmana. There's a cable car. We can get across here now because the water's low coming out of the hills. This is where I spent night 3 on my hike last May. And you know what's interesting? It didn't look anything like this last May. So the winter storms really change what these campsites look like from year to year. I mean, it looked nothing like that. I mean, obviously in the woods it did, but along here, completely changed, thanks to Mother Nature.
And those big waves.
And these great big waves, which are small compared to the big storms that blow in here. But
Oh yeah.
so you can hike this trail often and find that your campsites have changed from year to year. It's pretty cool. We're just looking at all the sea life in this little pond. I hope you can see it on video. Got these guys here.
Got a hermit crab.
There's a hermit crab.
There, here.
All kinds of neat stuff.
Some shrimp
There's
is in
lots
here.
of these little guys actually. Lots of these fellas right there where the tip of the pole is. Very
Don't
cool.
know what they are.
It's cool. It kind of gives us kind of an inside view of what the seafloor looks like when
Yeah.
when it's
So tide's going out, and when I was here last May, I cut up in through here and had to take the land route because the tide was coming in. We're going to be able to walk around Vancouver Point here now and head straight into Walbrand. It's not in flood. You have to be careful. If Walbrand is like booming, lots of water, I mean, getting across it might be challenging. I think it's probably sandbarred at this point due to the lack of rain, but I think we'll be able to get across it one way or the other. So even if we have to wade across it, we'll be all right. Used to that. Look at that.
pretty flowers.
Crazy. Yeah, look at that. I didn't even see that. Look at those beautiful flowers up there just growing off the side of this rock cliff.
It's
Yeah.
really weird.
We're getting close now. Across this, over this point, we should get into Walbrand. But this has been an amazing walk at low tide. If you can do it, I highly recommend it. Watch your step, of course, because it can be slippery and weird. But
As you say that, Evelyn just almost bit it. I just almost bit it.
there's Walbrand. Yes, it is sandbarred in, and perfect. Go find a place to set up camp. Call it an early day. Well, camp set up. Girls set up the tent. I took the stuff to the bear boxes because they can get full here. At Walbrand, it's a very busy, popular campsite. We snagged a really good spot for this giant tent. I'll show you around a little later. Idea today was just to get into camp super early. We get in here and set up by 2:30, and that is early. We could have kept going, but why would you? Because tomorrow we have the big day for the girls anyway, with Logan, which the old suspension bridge and ladders are still there, and the ladders of Cullite, as it sounds. So I thought we'd just have a nice long afternoon and relax and enjoy a beautiful day for walking on the beach for no sun, nice and cool, foggy. And we're having, Olivia's in the tent sleeping?
I'm reading.
Oh, reading.
reading.
She's reading, and we're eating a little stovetop stuffing, which is a really nice snack to have in the afternoon. Just add 1 1/4 cups of water.
also saw, we had a break like further down on that side of the beach, and we were sitting down, and all of a sudden this big bald eagle just goes kind of above us and swoops down into the water, just holds out its talons and just picks up this like black fish eel thing and just flies away. It must have seen it from at the top of the tree, and it just came down and was boom, and then just walked right up. And then like 30 seconds later there were more seals, and that's like, it's a show.
Nature.
Yeah.
A walk in the show. So, really good day. Fog rolled in. Brought a lot of misty drizzle with it, soaking the rain fly. But Olivia's keeping us all nice and toasty warm out here with this amazing campfire. Nice job, kiddo. You have a new talent. So 11K today, our best day, I think. We just had a great time. A lot of time, sorry as I move here. It's tough to watch video when somebody's moving, but just a great time. Really good day. 11K, easy, beachy. Tomorrow, not easy, not beachy. Logan and Cullite and Camper Bay tomorrow night. So we're gonna get up early and try to just take our time, get through those ladders, and tuck into camper tomorrow night. So that's it for day 4. See you in the morning. Morning, day 5, about 9K according to the Parks Canada map. Although when I tracked it last time I was here last year, probably 10, but really the map says 9, so we're looking forward to that part. What I'm not looking forward to is the ladders at Cullite and Logan. That's the part where I was a little worried about the girls who are in the tent now packing up. That's the section I'll be glad when we're through, because then it's just basically homeward bound. Pretty wet night. You can see how drenched the rain cover is. Rainfly is just inside and out wet. Drizzle, fog, mist. But nice cool morning, good for walking. So, we know what's ahead. A little coffee and some breakfast, and then that way. And off we go. What do you think of the trail, guys? Yeah. If only it wasn't slippery this morning from all the drizzle. Just making it a little extra challenging. I imagine when it rains out here constantly, it's a lot worse than this. That's a welcome sight. Meaning we're getting into the area of Logan. There used to be a campsite here, but everything got washed out a number of years ago. And now there's no longer a campsite. There's a few campsites now that are gone, and it makes trip planning a little more difficult. So there, through there, you'll see the new cables being strung.
There it is.
Right there, look at that, for the new bridge, which will take these crazy ladders you're about to see out of play. And for my daughters here, I kind of wish they were out of play today. But here we go. The ladders and the bridge.
We love you, Mom.
At Logan. Woo, we did it. Yes, sirree, Bob. So last year, if you watched my hike, one of the things I said was I'm not sure I could watch the girls do some of the stuff that I did. And I just watched them do it.
Turns out he's mentally able.
Yeah, I am able, yes, because we have to get to the car. Now, if we can just get past Cullite, then I will be a happy camper. Literally.
Literally. My joke. I literally said that to you 5 seconds ago.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna call that bear poop. Bear scat. Of course, the way the girls talk, bears can hear us a mile away.
So funny.
Girls just pointed out a really old tree on top of an older tree.
I could literally fit in that
Yeah, let's have a
hole.
look at that hole. Oof. Ooh-wee. I probably couldn't fit in that, but a few more days out here maybe. It was bound to happen. Someone has taken a mud bath.
Women pay good money.
They do.
Wow.
You will reach a point in this hike. Just don't really care.
Olivia said when you will reach a point in this hike where you don't really care anymore. Another big milestone as we start the ladders of Cullite. There is a cable car down here, but we're going to try to ford the river. You'll never see this on video, but I can see the ladders going way up the other side. So we have to go way down there and then way up the other side, and then we're going to stop and have lunch. And that will be the end of the crazy ladders for today. Woo, baby. The ladders of Cullite. Have I heard that before? Ooh, baby, the ladders of Cullite. What'd you guys think?
That, dude, my face right there tells you all you need to know.
It's brutal.
It's long, but I mean, you're not gonna die.
It's not the hardest thing we've done on our channel.
No,
it's
that's
not
true.
the hardest thing we've done.
They've done some hard. They feel some of the hiking they've done is harder than the ladders of
Probably
Cullite.
because I was in worse shape.
Maybe.
But yeah,
This entire hike, the foothills trail is worse.
for sure.
For sure.
All right.
I consider that the standard.
Let's go to camper and camp like campers. Well, there's a happy sign. Downhill to camper.
That makes us happy campers.
Oh boy. Wonder how many times that joke's been said. Anyway, long 9K. We'll be glad to get into camp and find a place for our How's the Hike Ginorma hotel tent.
That's a new one.
I know, I'm making them up as I go.
Dude, I wish it was a hotel.
Oy. There's our view tonight, Camper Bay. Shot around camp here, just boiling some water here. Our tent's here. We're gonna clean this up in case somebody needs to come in and tuck in here with us. Not a hugely busy night at camper, but pretty busy, and it's already 6 o'clock, so we may get some other folks coming in from the trailhead, late orientation if they want to make the hike, but probably pretty close to done for the night with that. A few people tucked in around the corner there. If you keep going that way, there's the cable car across, although the water's so low you don't need it right now. You can hop some rocks. Also, just back in over there are the outhouses and the bear boxes. So we are going to have our dinner, and I don't know if that's fog bank or some rain coming this way, but could be another wet night like last night at Walbrand. So, oh, did you hear that? Somebody is coming across the cable car. Well, that's part of the West Coast Trail experience. Well, that's the end of day 5, 9 kilometers according to Parks Canada, and 10 according to Gaia, which we think is tracking somehow tracking the ladders.
Yeah, like with steps and stuff.
Yeah, we can't figure that out, but anyway, yeah, pretty good day though. Hard. That's the hard section for me, I think.
Yeah.
Cullite ladders, Logan ladders, and that's the sections I was worried about with the girls here.
That's really it. Once you pass them, it's
Just a lot of slogging, yeah. So tomorrow, the girls have convinced me to try to get out 13 kilometers. We were planning to have a leisurely day to Thrasher tomorrow and stay up top at the woods campsite.
Which they do have if you don't want to walk the
And
kilometer
I'll show you,
down.
we'll try to show you tomorrow, but
up.
anyway, the girls have convinced me to try to get out tomorrow in 13K. Last May I did it. Took me 7 hours and 11 minutes, which was kind of leisurely, but I knew I was going to make it when I got to camper. So, I'm sorry, I knew I was going to make it when I got to Thrasher, so I was like, all right, well, we'll just kind of do our thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna get up early and
early.
eat on the road, a little pro bar while we hike, and see if we can get out a day early. I guess the apples haven't fallen far from the tree.
You did it in 4 though, not 5.
Well, no, but I know the whole eagerness to try to get out a day early. And
We
stuff.
just really want showers because I fell in mud to my thighs.
They really need showers too. So.
So do you, dude.
Morning, day 6. We are underway. We've been underway for what, about an hour?
Yeah.
And we've done just over 2 kilometers. Got up super early, left camp at 5 to 6 because we're going to push and try to get out a day earlier than planned. That was the girls' idea, wasn't it? Wasn't mine.
It was mine.
It was totally not mine. It was Livia's. So we're eating a cold breakfast and just taking a break here, and yeah, we'll get going. Big climb out of camper. By the way, camper last night was a bit of a circus.
People came in at like 9 o'clock.
Yeah,
yelling.
dropping the F-bomb, which is fine.
I mean,
you know,
it's fine.
the girls do that the whole hike.
No,
But
we don't.
no, I know.
I'm a respectable lady.
But there was a guy there, and he built an axe out of an axe head that
The
he
Guardian.
found.
The Guardian.
Well, we think he was the Guardian. And he built this axe out of an axe head, like a hatchet, got a piece of wood, tied it all together, and then set up a hatchet throwing target.
I'm sorry to just.
And people started throwing this hatchet. I mean, you know,
at 9:30. We're trying to
I
go
really
to sleep.
wanted to get it on video, but I was already in the tent, like, I can't move.
Well, then they started making it out of a rock. They started shoving a rock.
Yeah, so just kind of a fun atmospheric camper.
Oh yeah, it was really fun.
But just beware a camper, and I probably said this last time, it's just a small enclosed space. There's no privacy.
Also, at the same time, most people were heading north, so they were all fresh and happy and
Yeah.
awake, and we're like,
We're like,
no.
And we're like, you people are going to look like death in 3 days.
Like us.
Like
Okay,
us.
like us right
No,
now.
I'm kidding. But anyway, super night. And we're super excited to get to our first checkpoint, which is the cutoff to Thrasher. And
What's our time limit there? Tell them.
10.
10 a.m. if we're there. I think we're in pretty good shape, so. Pays to be short on this trail. Oh boy. Well, kilometer 70, finally. Been a slow slog for us this morning.
I've fallen 3 times.
Evelyn's fallen 3 times. We're at the Thrasher Gordon cutoff, just barely ahead of my cutoff time when I said we would not try it. So we are going to try it.
Awesome!
We're going to try it. We're going to try to get to the boat. I was hoping we'd catch the 2:30 boat, but we do have the 3:30 if we need it. 5K, very, very hard 5K to the boat.
I mean, we've already done, like...
We've done 8K of brutal walking. It is true that from here to Logan, from the trailhead to Logan, is just, well, it's so much fun.
Yeah, I fell off 2 logs into 2 different ditches.
Yeah.
How long do you think was the last one?
You fell a long way. I'm going to flash the picture up here on the screen.
Yeah, that was
yeah.
the last one.
That was the last one. And then here's the first one.
Well, no, those were 3. We didn't photograph the first
I know
one.
I
This
didn't
is the second
photograph.
one.
Okay, fine. But that anyway. So, yes, Evelyn's been in the woods a bit. So, all right. Let's get to the ferry. This is where I originally thought we'd stay tonight. This little campsite here by this river. Used to be a beautiful bridge that went across there, but you can see it's gone. So now the reroute is down here into this campsite and up out the other side, which will take us a little longer. But a nice little spot down here. We could have put our tent right there, running water, and then just less than 5K out, somebody's hung a rope here you could put up your bear hang, that sort of thing. So just an FYI that this bridge is probably done for the season or 2. Brutal climb. Holy mackerel, straight uphill and hard to find the trail. Keep an eye out here. Remember, you're going to bear right when you come up those ladders. Some old cable here.
Go right.
We're going to see the donkey engine here in about a kilometer or so. Less than 4 for us now. in this foggy wonderland. It's very
It's very like Disney-esque.
Game of Thrones or
It is Game of Thrones.
yeah.
Or like, what else? There's something else I forget, but it is very like
Yeah.
in the Snow White evil.
Very cool.
Snow White evil queen, kind of where the dwarves live.
But perfect for walking. Nice cool fog. Well, this is the famous rock. Basically, in this direction, you just sit down and just scoot your way down. Much easier coming up this part of the trail. I was just telling the girls, I got to this point, I thought I was right at the ferry and got to this horrific climb right at the end last year, and I was like, are you kidding me? One last kick. Yeah, and then down to the ladder and raise the buoy. Last few steps to the ladder.
Oh my god. Oh,
Oh my goodness me.
gosh.
We are here. All right, let's get down and raise the buoy. One last ladder.
I have been thinking about what this ladder looks like.
It's pretty straight up and down, this one, actually.
Oh.
You did it, girls.
Oh my God. Olivia, move.
All right, we'll see you downstairs. We're gonna raise the buoy. Evelyn's going down. Olivia's raising the buoy. Let me show you this buoy over here. There it is, going up. Let them know that we're here. You've raised the buoy.
Nice job, Livy.
Wow, 75 kilometers.
This moment doesn't feel real.
No.
So what do you think, girls? How's the hike?
I thought that, I mean, we saw some really cool things. We saw a whale with her baby.
Yeah, that was cool.
We saw sea lions surfing. That was really
Seals,
cool.
I think.
Oh, seals.
Yeah,
seals
I think there were
surfing.
seals. Actually, it's on the video of the seal with its head coming out like a surfer. It's
We're
pretty
very
cool.
tired. I'm sorry if we
Yeah,
stutter.
yeah. So
And I mean, it got its challenging parts. This end here, if you're north going south, the ending is very
It's just
difficult.
like the West Coast Trail wants to sink its teeth into you to make you stay.
But if you're going south, it's a very,
Very
warm
difficult
welcome.
start,
yeah, true. Yeah, it's one of the great hikes of the world. So we met some really great people. We met two ladies, Caroline and
Carolyn and Danielle.
Carolyn and Danielle. I'm
Hi,
sorry,
Carolyn and
Caroline and
Danielle.
Danielle. We met you guys at Michigan on night one. Thanks for watching our videos. And we even met someone hiking at Walbrand who was 75 years old, hiking with his 62-year-old sister. So
I mean, how crazy is that?
seriously, it's a tough trail, but if you hike your own hike, it's pretty awesome.
Take your time on it.
And these girls
do
hiked
it.
their own hike today because they wanted to push Dad to get out a day early, so we did.
And we got here an hour before the final ferry.
Anyway, we're off to some hotel.
We don't know where we're going.
No, we don't know where we're going. We're going to find something in Victoria and then just kind of relax. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. As always, if you have questions, post them below. And also, as always, thanks for watching.